So
Yeah.
let me ask you, this is another one of my pet peeves. I think we've mentioned this before. It drives me nuts when I hear this, and it's a very self-aggrandizing statement from the Agile community. And it's the statement, it's more important to be Agile than do Agile. Now, I'm probably misinterpreting it. I'm getting into the wrong windpipe here. But what is your feeling on that? Would you agree with that?
I do agree with that horribly overused and misused statement.
Yes.
Right. I completely agree with the concept. So here's what they're really saying. Doing Agile is I'm using a tool, I'm using Scrum, I'm doing
using
daily
some
Scrums.
form of Agile methodology, be it Scrum, Kanban, or something else.
The operationalization of it.
Yes.
Right. You're doing
the process.
Scrum. Exactly. The process itself.
Yeah.
So yes, doing Scrum is maybe step one.
Yes.
Right. Beyond that, once you get beyond just doing Agile, now you start thinking about thinking Agile. This is where it's more agility than Agile.
So it's kind of a manifesto thing. The one thing is not negating the other. It's just setting priorities. Then I would accept it, because what I used to always say is you're not a marathon runner unless you run kilometers.
That's true. Yes.
You know,
even though it's
talk about it all day
miles,
long.
but yeah.
I feel, I identify he, him, they, her, she, them. I identify as a marathon runner, but I don't run. And I don't know anything about running. Then you're not a marathon runner. So that was my take on it.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it was really, really funny, Mark. So I put this, I have this slide that I use when I'm showing organizations the difference. And it's the slide, it's a glacier, the typical, you know, the tip, that's just the tip of the iceberg, right? So the tip is really just doing Agile. It's like, all right, you're doing Scrum, you're doing dailies, you're doing, you know, retrospectives.
Which a lot of people find tedious until they actually embrace and understand why they're doing it.
And it's the internalizing of those concepts, right? Doing them, they're going to get tedious. Understanding why you do them. Now you're getting to that next level, you know, a higher level of awareness, right? You're starting to understand why you're doing that stuff, right? It's the stuff underneath that's really the important stuff. You know, things like, so let me give you an example. If your organization does not value the concept of learning, experimentation, risk aversion versus risk recovery, right? If you're averse to risk, you're going to have a real hard time with Agile, right? You need to be focusing more on recovery.
Yeah.
There are these core principles and values that are underneath the frameworks that honestly, I don't care if you do Scrum or Kanban or follow any of the Agile frameworks. If you do that other stuff, you stick with waterfall, right? You'll still be better off because you're thinking in a different way. That's agility, right? That's an enterprise thing. It's not a team thing. Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Let me ask you another daring question. Will Agile replace predictive?
No.
Are there scenarios where Agile makes very little sense?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you. We won't even expound on that. I agree with you. I have one of my favorite examples, one of my favorite clients that I was actually training today, a large IT company that has amazing, complicated projects, but projects that they repeat almost in series. Okay. And because they're an IT company, their sponsors, their external sponsors are IT departments. They think, oh my God, we have to be state of the art. So because this company is an IT company, it has to work Agile. But in reality, it knows exactly how to predict the roadmap, the schedule, the cost.
Isn't that the simple space, right? From the Stacy model? That's right. That's the simple space. It's repeatable.
Right? So, okay. So that's now let's get on to the one of our later but important topics.